Hello Libra, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your March 2020 reading for all Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if that's you, you're in the right place. Glad you could join me. Thank you to everyone who's been subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing my videos. I so appreciate that, and I'm having a blast co-creating with you, so thank you for sharing your energy with me too. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell if you want to be notified when new videos are posted, which is about every week. So I do a monthly, a mid-monthly. Usually we'll throw in a couple weekly readings and then sometimes a bonus reading. So here we go for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is going on for Libra? Now we say March 2020, but do remember that time is fluid. So if I get a time prediction, I will give it to you. Now I'm also at the end going to use an Abraham Hicks Money and the Law of Attraction card for you. But do know that those are great cards for Law of Attraction general readings too. It doesn't specifically have to be about money. So this is your current position, King of Swords. The influences around you are the Hierophant. And then the goal or destiny is the Three of Pentacles. In the distant past, you do have the Queen of Wands. In the more recent past, you have Death. And then coming towards you, you have the Emperor. And then this is you right now, as the position as Aquarian is the Ten of Wands. Those around you are the Seven of Cups. And then your fears or your hidden emotions are the Two of Pentacles. The outcome is the Ace of Swords. And then I always look at the bottom of the deck, and you also have the Ace of Pentacles. So two aces. So some new things will definitely be coming forth. Now, you have in this reading Aries, you have Scorpio, you have air, earth, water. You have all the elements represented. And then you also have strong Taurus energy too with the Hierophant. So the current position with the King of Swords and the Hierophant, this definitely can be about communication, and the King of Swords is a great communicator. So I feel like right now in the month of March, you have a gift for communicating directly, clearly, succinctly, and the only sort of caution is to make sure that it's also kindly, okay? Because the King of Swords can be rather caustic and a little bit harsh, and we want to make sure that when we're communicating, we're calibrating our words, we're monitoring what we say so that we're creating a positive resonance, a positive vibrational resonance. Now the Hierophant is a great blessing. This is also a 5, so it's a change. So if you've had some difficulty with someone, like in terms of moving forward, in terms of communication, certainly if it's either a relationship or if you have an interest in furthering your education, that will be moving forward for sure. Now the Hierophant not only represents education, for some of you this has to do with getting more education in some realm, but the Hierophant is here to give a blessing and also to remind you to be still and know that the universe is doing everything for you. Nothing happens to us, it happens for us. So you're looking to have some kind of a partnership. And I do think, again, as far as a relationship is concerned, really your advice on this is that you need to make sure that you're communicating and make sure that you're just being clear about what you want. Because the reason why we sometimes will get some of what we want and some of what we don't want is that our intentions aren't very clear. And so we go and put out to the universe, again, some confused thinking or some limiting beliefs, and we'll start to attract that to us. So that's where I feel like for some of you, this is about, again, new beginnings. So I do think it's potential to have something with an X here, because it keeps, even though it's new, there's a lot of like new beginnings. So, with this Three of Pentacles, it's also like you're going to want to do things more just for the joy of the journey, and just kind of like a job well done. But I do feel like for you, this is going to be a really like a happy endeavor. I do feel like in a relationship, it might not be the most exciting relationship, but it's very, very stable. And in terms of furthering yourself too, it's going to move along, not with a fierce momentum, but with momentum. So it's not, you don't have a stagnancy here, but you do have a little bit of a tendency to overthink, and we'll get into that in a minute. Now, in the more distant past, you had definitely success in, I believe, in work, in your home life for sure. With, if you have kids, you've definitely been a very good parent, a very involved parent, and that should continue for you. But I do think your focus was more on domestic things like, like I said, kids or getting a house or moving or something like that, where your focus was in a different area than it is now. And so through that, you did have some transformation. I do think there was quite a bit of kind of like a roller coaster with it, where there was some good and some bad and some upheaval, and and it was just kind of like this back and forth kind of energy. But you're through with that, and you've come out on the other side. And I think the lesson learned is the only way out is through. We don't sidestep around things in life. We just continue to continue. And so for you, as you've done that, you've definitely been transformed. Now, I also think the person you've been dealing with has taken some lumps, and they too have been transformed. So it was kind of like a let go or be dragged kind of a thing with them, where they were arrogant. They didn't think they needed to change. They kind of put the onus on you. And through life, they were shown that it was actually, once you were out of the equation, it was them that needed to work on themselves and invest in themselves. And they've done that, okay? And it's possible it's an Aries, but they're coming back with a very strong, secure, sophisticated energy. Now, I would say the Emperor is even more stern and kind of caustic than the King of Swords, but there are some similarities with their energy. The Emperor, again, this is all about movement forward. So any kind of stagnant energy will be short-lived with this in the reading. It's definitely, too, a card where I feel like opposites attract on some level. So there may be something, too, with you going back to school where it's very different from your current career. Like, for instance, I have a friend who's an attorney, a tax attorney, and graduated from an Ivy League school and is just wildly intelligent, and went back to school to be an artist because this person's parents pushed them into law, and that wasn't really their passion. And the other day, my friend sent me some texts of some still lifes, and I said, wow, you could be like a children's book illustrator. I mean, this person is gifted. And so it's kind of like, and when you meet my friend, she's very reserved. I don't know that you would necessarily get artist right away, but again, it's something like that where I definitely feel like there's, an opposite kind of attraction here where this person's very different. Now, this person or career, but this person is they've grown up a lot. They've gotten a lot more mature. And I also think they're going to be much more honest and upfront and able to lay things out. And they want to be very clear. They want to lay it all out there for you, Libra, and not play any games. And it could have potential to be somewhat short-lived with that kind of energy because it's sort of an all or nothing kind of energy. And some parts of you, I think, are going to be hesitant with that. But you do have a change coming. You've been feeling like you've been carrying a lot on your own, especially if you've been a single parent. For those of you that with the Queen of Wands know what I'm talking about with the kid thing, this is for you, and it's been hard. It's been challenging. It's been worth it, but it's been a lot of work. And you are going to be getting some relief with this, where you felt like you've just been carrying the weight of the world, and just like, looking around you, you get acknowledgement, but you don't get a lot of people offering to help. And you might have been the kind of person that when everybody was, in that part of their life where they were getting houses, you were the first one to offer to help them paint and things. And then when it's your turn, there's not many offers coming back. That cycle is going to be over. Now, with this Seven of Cups, again, this is the people around you, where I do feel like if there's been some people where you've had some rose-colored glasses on, those are going to be coming off, and you will see people in their true light. And again, with this person who's coming back, you're also going to see them, and you're going to see the changes in them. Again, I think you're going to be kind of hesitant about it because they're so different that it seems like, is that really possible? But it is, and they're going to surprise you. I think they're going to surprise and delight you and be in such a different place than the last time. But because of that, you've got this emotional roller coaster where you're just not quite sure what to do with it. And that could be the Achilles heel of the whole thing, because they're kind of cut and dried, straightforward. And I think there's a little bit of a lack of patience on their part in terms of understanding that they've changed, yes, but it takes time for people to see that and to believe it. So that's where I think this comes in. And you're kind of grappling with, should I go forward with this? And quite frankly, you've got, the ending here with the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. You definitely have offers coming in, no doubt about that. I think the communication, again, is going to be very clear in the month of March. I think this person is going to be, willing to say, I don't want to date anyone else. I'm not on any dating websites. I've got no interest. My phone has been completely cleared out. I don't have even my LinkedIn account attached to anybody I shouldn't be. And they're going to come in with a big offer. This is like, let's go have coffee or go see a movie for the rest of our lives. It's that kind of energy. And as far as money, I think where you've had some struggles in the past, you're definitely coming out of that. And it may even be with the tax season. It's possible you got some kind of a refund, and in years past, you may have needed that to pay off bills, but this might be one of the first years where you get a little bit of money and it's like you get ahead. You can put that into your savings and feel comfortable when you look at your bank account and know that it's not a paycheck to paycheck kind of a lifestyle, that you have money accumulating. And if you're not seeing it yet, I would say this will be the beginning, and by the next 6 months, some of those more little trivial things are going to be cut out so that you will see an accumulation of financial abundance coming through for sure. So I'm hoping this Abraham Hicks card offers you some kind of a process. I would love to see that for you guys. Isn't that cool? The better it gets, the better it gets. When you deliberately seek positive aspects of whatever you are giving your attention to, you, in a sense, tune your vibrational tuner to more positive aspects of everything. And, of course, you could tune yourself negatively as well. But as you are deliberately looking for positive aspects in yourself or in others, you will find more of those things. The better it gets, the better it gets, for you get more and more of what you are thinking about, whether you want it or not. So that's in all areas. We can become, as human beings, historians, only we are not particularly accurate, even if we don't realize that. And so when we replay negative interactions, we are creating a vibration to attract negative situations to us. So what we really want to do, and I know this can be hard, is see the positive aspects in somebody. If you were dating somebody and you have an interest but you're a bit gun shy, think back to some of the best times that you had with that person and what that felt like, and the laughter and the love and the relaxed feeling that you had. Or if you don't have that, think about that in terms of what you want, and those things will show up. And it might start showing up in other places. You might notice that work just goes better, or even the pickup line after school for those of you that have kids, that just seems to flow better. Or your commute to and from work, it seems to get shorter and shorter. That shows you, that's from the universe, and that's your indicator that you're on the right path. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'll be back in about a week. I love you, Libra, and I will see you then.